I'm Aaron Chris, partner at Gesmer Updegrove in our corporate department. I'm also a tax attorney.
And I'm Tom Durkin. I'm also a partner in the corporate department, and I'm a general corporate lawyer.
Mackrell is a really unique network of firms around the country, around the world. I've had a really great experience with them so far, Tom. I'm sure you have too, both in terms of getting referrals from them, of clients that they have that have needs in Massachusetts or specific subject areas, as well as maybe more valuably, referring out work to other members in Mackrell for areas that we don't cover or geographic areas that we're not in.
Yeah, that's been my experience also. It's a network of firms that are like ours in terms of size and scope of practice. And the goal is really to help expand the reach of firms like ours. And so being able to reach out to affiliated firms across the country for local law issues as well as around the world provides firms like ours a much broader reach. And I've found them all to be excellent lawyers and very responsive, so it's been a really good match for us.
The network has really a lot of similarly situated firms around the same size. We all are dealing with a lot of the same issues from practice management, staffing, succession planning, client relations, all that kind of stuff. So for me, it's been really valuable to kind of hear other perspectives from around the country, from around the world that you find out these aren't unique challenges that we face or that firms in Boston face. These are challenges that a lot of law firms are dealing with. So hearing other perspectives on that's been really great.
Yeah, I agree. It's being in a network of similarly situated firms, you do get to share a lot of ideas. And then again, it's a great network not only for the referral of businesses, but being able to reach out to people even on a one-off basis, quick question. It's like having a law firm with offices all over the country and all over the world.
That's right. I'd like to say that we're the top Mackrell firm, but yeah, we bring a lot of expertise, as a firm, as the representative firm in Massachusetts. We also practice, our practice is certainly heavily geared towards technology companies and small businesses. So I think we can assist, other firms that maybe don't have those capabilities. Anything else?
I think a lot of the firms are often more general practice with a much broader base, and I think the fact that we focus on early stage companies, on fast growth companies, venture backed companies with a really deep level of expertise in that area, I think we're a great addition because our practice is so focused, and I think that that's something that is unique to us that we bring to the organization.
Yeah. I found the conference to be super helpful. It was fun. No networking event is useful if it's not fun. So getting to meet attorneys from all over the country, all over the world, who practice in various areas. There are corporate attorneys, IP lawyers, litigators, hearing their perspectives, hearing the challenges that they face. I think it's a really great way to bring folks together. As I mentioned before, I had a long conversation with somebody from Norway, and turns out his firm is dealing with a lot of the same challenges that our firm is dealing with, and has a lot of the same issues on a day-to-day basis in their practice. So kind of hearing those perspectives and just being able to put a face to a name when it comes to making referrals down the road.
Yeah, I thought that was really helpful in terms of putting a face to the name. I met one affiliate member from the Middle East who I'd done some work with. I met a lawyer from Romania who I'd done work with. I met a lawyer from Italy who I'd done work with. And it's one thing meeting online or maybe a quick telephone conversation. It's another thing to be able to sit down with the individual and really get to know them. And it creates a much tighter bond, and they're nice people, and it's interesting to meet them.
Absolutely.
But really being able to sit down and meet with people, I think you're building a relationship, and I think that can only be done on a in an in-person basis.
Definitely. And the only other thing I would add, I felt like there was, after COVID, when none of us could meet for a long time, I think it was even maybe more valuable to everybody getting together and having real kind of substantive conversations.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. It's a great organization for us to be involved in. I'd like to see us get more involved. The event that you mentioned was a young lawyers event, And I think it's a great way for young lawyers to make connections with firms not only across the country but around the world. And I'd really like to see some of our younger lawyers take a leadership role in that part, as they'll be taking over the main contact eventually. I think getting them involved is really important. So I'd see that as being a real way that a lot of people in the firm can get involved.
Yeah, I would just echo that. I think it's so important for younger attorneys at our firm and all the firms in Mackrell to get involved, get to meet each other. It's sometimes challenging for younger attorneys to do networking because they feel like they don't have the experience level to necessarily be having conversations with senior partners. But when other associate level attorneys are all involved in these events, I think that's really helpful. So I would love to see us do more on that level.
Absolutely.